Hey, what's going on, everybody? Flex Nuts here out of 146 Jav, the Melee guy. I want to bring another video to you. This one's regarding quite a few messages I've got on Discord and YouTube asking about Melee in the uranium mines. People that have converted to Melee builds. Before we dive into it, I want everyone to remember that throughout several of my videos, I stated, don't do it. Don't go Melee. It's a difficult, build to play, an expensive one, and a selfless glutton for punishment task to take on. The reason I am Melee is to hold down the fort, hold open bubbles. I do get certain benefits from duel for dominance and triangle wars, things like that, when I utilize AOO paired with an all-rounded army purple buff. The gold buffs, they override AOO. I don't use those. They're too expensive and they don't work for me, and they're less than beneficial. That being said, some of the messages I've got were asking about, when they're going toe-to-toe in the uranium mines. Let's just give an example. 1,000 melee HP, 1,000 melee attack. They're losing to players that have, lower LRA attack, lower melee attack. There's so many variables here to consider. I know the frustration can be built up. I get it. I go through it quite often, but you got the island benefits, you've got warplanes, you have titans, you have so many variables there, and the formation array can matter greatly, depending on if you're using T13 axes on an attack. I find that not very productive. T13 tanks are where it's at. I know that some of this doesn't apply to the newer nations, but in a way it still does, because even if you don't have the T13 tanks and things like that, it still transitions the same way. Let's just say you have a T9 array and you're not quite there yet as a nation to use it. It's still the same math applies across the board. The frustration can be real. I get it. You may not be able to do the damage you want to do. That's just going to happen. Melee isn't designed to be just a bad, force to just crank out damage numbers. As you can see here, when I challenge an elite zombie, I'm ranked 40. I can't crank out that damage, but what I can do is take more hits than Iron Fist, the #1 guy here. I just can't produce that much damage in a 45-second time frame. So if you look here, this is only a 45-second fight. Now, also, I do have recruiting officer on right now, so I apologize for the low fleet size and things like that. But yeah, just that one hit put me to 28. I can do damage. That's not what I'm built for. I'm built for the ride. I'm built to hold open bubbles, and I am built to be selfless for the Alliance. If that's what you want to do as a Melee user, go for it. I like it because I want to do things that are a bit different than the rest of the population. I don't like to follow suit, and I like to shake things up and learn. So this is just my advice. Don't go Melee. But if you do, I'm here to help. You're going to be in it for the long run, and it's going to suck. But then there are times when it is beautiful, because it is funny as hell when you just roll somebody as a Melee city. But anyway. Sorry for the dogs barking. Someone just pulled in my driveway. This is all I have for this video. If you have questions and concerns and you just converted to Melee and you want to know more, hit me up. I'll try my best to help you. Much love. Flex Nuts out.